pizza, fish and chips, Indian, Chinese. Not me, but everyone else apparently loves a bit of Chinese. These are the 4 major takeaways in Britain now. The 4 most loved things to eat on the British household. I want to find out why it's the best and why these are the foods that Britain runs on. Let's do this, people. Starting off, fish and chips. Fish and chips, rated the 3rd favourite dish in the nation. Now, I remember growing up, fish and chips was the favourite, wasn't it? That is the British national dish. Not anymore, but it's not a cheap meal anymore. It's an expensive meal. What was this? £14.10, I think it was, for fish and chips. As you can see, it's not a bad looking piece of fish. Decent, fat, thick cut chips. And a curry sauce, which is a drip test, looking good. So, great flavour. The chips, ever so slightly dry, but it's fish and chips. You can't beat it. Fish and chips for me is the dish that takes me back to childhood. It really is. The smell of it, the look of it, it reminds me of being a little kid on a Friday night getting a chippy tea. There's nothing better. It's memories, isn't it? It's nostalgia in paper. Salt and vinegar chucked on. Salt first, I hope. I personally don't think you can beat fish and chips. No matter what they say about Chinese being the nation's favourite now, by 25% of the UK reckon the nation's favourite food is Chinese. 17% say it's Indian. For me, it will always be fish and chips though. Now, take a look. It's fairly white. Not the whitest I've ever seen, but it doesn't matter. Golden crispy batter, flaky fish, mild flavour. That's pretty decent, you know. You come in and look, the fish is fairly good. It's flaky. Got a nice mild flavour. The batter is nice and golden, crunchy. I know curry sauce isn't part of the traditional fish and chip experience, but you can't beat it. I know you northerners reckon gravy, but it's a bit like the salt first, vinegar first debate. Gravy, you're wrong. It's curry sauce. Yeah. So, break this open here, look at this. Little bit of dough in there, but overall, fairly thin. Very crunchy. Good flavour. It's a decent sized piece of fish. Which I've broken a piece off now. But it's decent. More than a handful's of waste and all that. For me, I don't know how they got to 16% of the country preferring this. It's an institution. I don't know how that happens. Fish and chips, come on. It's been around since the dawn of time in this country. I know, metaphorically speaking, before you start giving me facts. It's just something that is familiar. And it's simple. Potatoes, fish, flour and water, salt and vinegar, curry sauce. Where can you go wrong with that? So, for me, if you get decent quality fish, you get fairly decent chips, and a nice drip-free curry sauce that clings to your chip. You can't ask for more, can you really? You really can't. That is worth every penny. Now, as I said before, I know it's not a cheap one anymore. Used to be cheap. Friday night, everybody would have one. Now, in certain parts of the country, you can pay upwards of 20 quid for fish and chips. I have done. But if it's good, it's worth it because of that nostalgia factor. I'll get back to you in a minute once I've eaten them. We'll put a score on it. And then we'll have a little tournament thing going on. We'll put a scoreboard up and we'll go through all the rest. Over the next couple of episodes of this, we'll find out which I think is the best dish and why I argue the fact it's the best dish. We'll do that. I'll catch you in a minute, people. So there we are, fish and chips. You can't knock it, can you? It's still my favourite. Reminds me of when I was a kid. You can't do better than that. Memories that last a lifetime based on food that you had when you were little. I'm going to go for a satisfaction of 8 out of 10. I'm going to go for the nostalgia factor. That's an easy 10 out of 10. I'm also going to go for flavours. That's a 9 out of 10 for me. We're going to give that 27 out of 30. That is an impressive score. That is why I love fish and chips. Now I want to find out if pizza, Indian and Chinese can top that. Let's get ourselves over to the next one, people, and see how that fares on the leaderboard. Let's get over there. Let's do this. 12% of the UK think pizza is the best dish on the planet. 12%. I don't know if it is. I do love a pizza, but I'm not sure about 12%. Let's get into Domino's. They reckon pepperoni is one of the most popular pizzas. I'm going to get in there and get a pepperoni. Let's have a look at this one, shall we? Right then, people. Let's have a look at what we got, shall we? We've gone medium, pepperoni passion. Look at that beast. I mean, come on. It's greasy, it's horrible. That's going to slide down your throat like nectar from the gods, isn't it? Loving it. Now this is going to be really hot. Let's see if we can get a bit of cheese pull going on, shall we? Let's have a look what we got. This is the classic base. I mean, it's yeah, it's running. It's running. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Disgusting. Right, so this was 16 quid. Plus I had a drink for me and Mr. Cameraman because it is absolutely baking out here. 33 degrees at the moment. I really don't want to eat this in 33 degrees. It's hotter out here than it is inside Domino's. Anyway, so this, for me, is filthy, innit? It's unhealthy. It's wrong. It's greasy. It's loaded with cheese and cholesterol and fat. But I love them. Can't get enough of them. I just shouldn't eat them really anymore. I'll take an extra statin tonight though. It'll be fine. Now, this is going to be a bit of a hot one. That is not going to stay open. Stephen. Why is it lately, as soon as I open my food, Stephen turns up? Not having him. Not having him at all. He can do one. Anyway, right. Let's have a look at this. That's hot. Utter filth. Properly greasy. Everything a pizza should be. As I said, this accounts for 12% of the UK population voted for pizza as the #1 dish in the UK. Now, I don't know. Pizza's good, but I don't know if I'd go as far as to say #1 dish. I'm not sure, you know. Come have a look. It's messy. Sweet tomato. Clearly loaded with sugar. The cheese is loaded with saturated fat. Comfort food at its finest. Slides down your throat like honey. And at the end of it, you don't feel full. You just want more. It is empty calories, isn't it? But what a way to consume empty calories. It's fantastic. Properly doughy. But I've got to say, if you're having a Domino's, The garlic and herb dip, which I can't open because my hands are now so greasy. Garlic and herb dip is fantastic, really is. These come with you get 4 or 5 slices of pepperoni on each slice of pizza. So you get a decent amount on there. There's enough cheese to give an elephant a heart attack. It's not even good cheese either. Yeah, it's cheap cheese. You can taste this cheap cheese. But it's just so good. I mean, look how thick the cheese is on that thing. Look at that. Now, 16 quid for that. It's more than fish and chips, usually, depending on where you get your fish and chips from. But it's a bit of a sharer. You couldn't eat it all to yourself, he says. I could. I'm not going to, but I could. It's a family meal, that, isn't it? Technically, it's more expensive than fish and chips, but if you get a pizza, you don't get pizza twice, very rarely. If 2 of you are having fish and chips, it's fish and chips twice. So instead of 14 quid, you're looking at 30 odd quid for fish and chips for 2 of you. Pizza for 2 of you, 16 quid. It's a bit of a bargain, but it's cheap and nasty, it's greasy, it's glistening in the sun, look. Look at the glistening going on in there, you can see it, it's just running with grease. It's dirty. That is so wrong, it's right. The pizza base is just doughy. The tomato is sweet. The cheese is fatty. The pepperoni is greasy. But that is what makes it so appealing. It really is. Now, each bite you take, you want another bite because it's so appealing. It would be easy to finish that for just me. Really would. Might let Mr. Cameraman have a bite. I'll see how I feel. Okay. I'm going to have another slice, but then I'm letting Mr. Cameraman have some. I might take a bit back for the spawns. They might enjoy a bit. Spawn number 1 especially, particular fan of pizza. Spawn number 2 will tolerate it, you know. Okay. Let me finish up and I'll get back to you. Fish and chips was 27 out of 30 as a score. That's a pretty good score. I don't think you're going to beat it, to be honest. Domino's pizza. Let's have a look at this one, shall we? From a satisfaction point of view. Let's be honest. I don't think there's much satisfaction with the Domino's. I really don't. It's one of those foods that you eat, you enjoy it, you want more of it. If you want more, you're not really satisfied, are you? So I'm going to give that 4 out of 10. Nostalgia. I don't think there's any nostalgia attached to a Domino's. I really don't. It's a, if you'll pardon the expression, it's a stoner's munchy material. It's somebody that doesn't really want to do much in the way of cooking. There's no nostalgia attached to that. It's just a convenient junk food. So 5 out of 10. This is where it gets interesting. Flavour. It's greasy. It's doughy and bready. It's fairly tasteless. The tomato is too sweet. But easily, for me, you come away from that wanting more. Because you've tasted it, you want it. You could eat the whole pizza and you could go back in and have another one because it tastes that good. Regardless of how greasy, tasteless, flavourful, sweet, doughy it is, you come out of there wanting more. So that gets a 9 out of 10 on taste. So I'm giving that a score of 18. It was saved by the flavour, it really was. So let's put that on the leaderboard next to the chippy. Doesn't come in quite close to the 27 that the fish and chips have got, but there we go. Let's pop it on the leaderboard and then we'll see what it compares to on the next 2. We'll see if it gets bumped up a little bit by the scores from the Chinese and the Indian. Right, people, don't forget to tune in for round 2. It's going to be coming in the next few days. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm going to get myself out of here If you did enjoy it, drop a like on the video, do me a favour. Hit the subscribe button, doesn't cost you anything, it's completely free, does me no end of favours. Also, drop me a comment. What is your favourite dish of the nation? Regardless of what they say, what's your favourite? Is it Chinese? Is it Indian? Fish and chips or pizza? Or is it something completely different? Let me know in the comments. If you don't want to do that, say hi Rich and I'll say hi back. Right people, I'm out of here. Catch you on the next one. Have a great day. See you soon. Doesn't it look wonderful? Stephen, be quiet. Sweet and sour chicken. He didn't reckon it was as bad as I said it was. He was fairly happy with it. £11.50. It's a baby curry. I don't know why I bothered, because I'm not going to eat much of this, I guarantee you.